Welcome to Verbal Pig Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. We're getting into a little bit of historical facts, and we're speaking on John Horse. He led the first black rebellion against slavery. He was a Seminole Indian. Called him a Maroon, which was for Moors. The rebellion, check this out, from 1835 to 1838 in Florida, the black Seminoles, the African allies of Seminole Indians, led the largest slave rebellion in U.S. history. The uprising peaked at 1836 when hundreds of slaves fled their plantation to join the rebel forces in the Second Seminole War, 1835 through 1842, and they don't even tell you about this in history. At the heights of the revolt, at least 385 slaves fought alongside the black and Indian Seminole allies, helping them destroy more than 21 sugar plantations in Central Florida. At that time, one of the most highly developed agricultural regions in North America. The Black Seminole Slave Rebellion was not only the largest in U.S. history, it was also the only one that was even partially successful. During the Second Seminole War, the U.S. Army could never conclusively defeat the black rebels in Florida. After 3 years of fighting, the Army chose to grant freedom to the holdouts in exchange for surrender, the only emancipation of rebellious African Americans prior to the U.S. Civil War. It might not matter much that the country forgot a slave rebellion, but why the largest and why the only one that was partially successful? In the 1800s, it was never in the political interest of the white South to admit defeat at the hands of black rebels. But how did the censorship of the 19th century become the amnesia of the 20th? It remains something of a mystery how the country's largest slave rebellion has remained unrecognized for so many years, even by the country's leading scholars of African American studies. That's a good question. Why would they leave something so important as to the history of blacks in America out of the textbooks and one of the great leaders, John Horse? That's something we have to discuss and find out. And look, when you all listen to this, share the information, tell your children, tell your friends, let people know the history. I mean, it's time to know who you are. Like Brother Farrakhan said, the original man and woman of the planet Earth. Verbal Pig Radio. We're out.